It's another Dark Voyager. He's got a cape too. No! No, stay away from me! No! You know what? You know what, buddy? How's it going? How's it? We gotta stick together, us evil astronauts, my dude. We gotta stick together. So, okay, space astronauts, well, as you can see, we are less than 24 hours away from what looks like an epic Fortnite story event with none other than the Dark Voyager astronaut himself. Look at him here. He looks positively evil, and you can see that they've changed the background again. And this part over here, like, I'll just, you know what, I'll highlight this part right here. You can see, like, I'm like blinking on it. The part with the Dark Harvester spaceship is different. It does not look like this right now. There's an extra bit of the 0 point there that's being built, plus the beam. In fact, here in the game, you can see here we are coming up over on Lethal Labs. You can see that the 0 point isn't built up like it is. It's that extra piece of the 0 point is still being kind of beamed down by the Dark Voyager as we speak. So clearly, you know, after he left and then came back over the weekend, now he's like letting things go. Oh, I didn't want to jump out this way. I wanted to go up. I wanted to go up. So you can see it's not all together, but in that load, he's moving. Look at, he's moving his arms. Can I like float up like last time? Yes, look at this. Woo! That never gets old. It never gets old. But why am I talking about this? Well, as I said at the start, we are one day away from the next live event in Fortnite. It's going to be a story event. And let's see, can we get all the way up? I'm going to try to get up. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Let's see. Look at this. Here we are. Oh, we just bounced off. I don't want to touch the thing. Oh, and we did it. Okay. So we can't float up like we were able to last time, but you can see what's happening here. In my last video, I talked about how the Dark Voyager left and then came back, and now he's reassembling the 0 point as he did in the past. And now, in the latest update, we actually get to go inside the Dark Voyager ship, and I'm going to show you that right now. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so here is the teaser. I'm going to play it once, and then we're going to go through it slowly to walk you through it, because we can see inside the Dark Harvester ship.
This is your last chance, fish. Here.
All right, that is awesome. There's that countdown right there. We saw inside the ship. So if you take a look at that again, we got these big vault doors that open, and these are some of the older Last Reality Warriors that we saw. They're all gold now, and there is the Dark Voyager in his golden form. He says, you know, this is your last chance, fish. It's not clear if he's like a friend of Fishstick. It looks like he's not, but he's forcing Fishstick to look for something. He opens up this awesome star map where he spins around. This is like inside the ship, of course, and this is like what's really exciting. But he spins everything around kind of like it's a digital display. It's all super sci-fi. He points out a planet, and then he points at this, and he's like, is this it? You know, is it here? And there's interesting things in here, because I'm going to point out, I'm going to go back real quick, because you can see right here, there is, those are the sprites right there. And in a message, they said that they went to the Sprite home planet. So I guess it's actually not Fishstick's home planet. It's where he lives or something. And there's this lighthouse here. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. And I guess it's got a moon too. And there's a 0 point shard. So that's really cool. He points on it, and then they zoom. Now they go through space because they're already in space. It's where the Dark Voyager went when he left the island. And they go through, and here they are. There's that light. There's that lighthouse. Now this is reality 7021 is what it says. And that's that lighthouse that we saw in the display. And I guess this is going to be a battle pass skin in the next season, because we saw him in the trailer too at the end. He's just fishing, minding his own business. It's got more fish. Those look like different types of fish over here, right? These ones, oh my gosh. These fish right here, they look different than the floppers that we normally get. So I wonder if we're going to be able to eat those in the next season. And it comes up with its big tractor beam thing. Look at those fish. Ugh, they look gross. Then it like abducts this guy, plus all the water that's underneath it. And he was fishing right over this town. And this looks like Coral Castle, or like Coral Castle 2.0 from a while ago, a couple chapters ago at least. And there is a huge shard of the 0 point right there in the middle. This looks like a really fun octopus sushi skin. I don't recognize this, but I'm wondering if this has been out before. Plus you got the shark guy here, that kind of jelly guy right there. There's Jonesy in a shark suit over there, and this looks like a deep sea diver. So the tractor beam gets the 0 point, kind of wiggles it a little bit, and then pulls it out, just like the dentist pulling a tooth or something. And it's sucking all these people up in the water and everything. Oh no! So then they go all the way up, swirl, 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 and all the water's gone. Well, how are they gonna live, right? Because aren't they fish? That's crazy. Look at this little, it's like a rip. Is that a ripple? A Ripley over there? That looks like a Ripley, but I don't think that that's true, right? That might be a different one. One of the Nike skins or Adidas. Oh, the poor merman. He's so sad. Look at him. Look at his face. So they're all wondering like what has happened. Then there is the 0 point coming all the way. There's our guy right there, kind of hitching a ride on the 0 point shard. Coming up, he's laughing. The Dark Voyager is laughing. This new skin, he snaps his fingers. He tells that those are the elite guard guys. They're going to go and I guess secure the 0 point shard, or maybe they're going to get the new battle pass skin guy, the new fish person. I think, by the way, that this fish person is kind of like he looks like he's got like suckers on his arms. So I think he's like an octopus or a squid. Very interesting design. I like those eyes. And he gets all mad at it, Fish Stick, because he knows Fish Stick ratted him out. You know, it's like he was like the big squealer about where they were. He's so mad. So, and it says Fish Stick will return in Fortnite Showdown. So that's the new season name. And this is kind of the Avengers Doomsday countdown for all their trailers that they're doing. And then it ends with there's the title card right there, Chapter 7, Season 2, and the date, and then of course the countdown that we were talking about earlier. This is actually the second teaser that we've said. I'll play the first one too. The first one wasn't as long because that one was pretty long. So the first one is here and it teases the Ice King. I'll just go ahead and play it real quick. Now that's pretty cool. I actually didn't do any videos or posts on this, except for maybe just kind of retweeting this trailer because it's not very spacey. But here you have the Ice King in his new castle. There is the prisoner, right? That's like the lava guy from Chapter 1 right there with the lock on his face, locked in a block of ice. And as he walks by, we see a few other characters. There's like Aurelia, right? Isn't that her name? The female Midas skeleton thing. And then Captain America. This is a new Captain America skin, different from the Marvel seasons that we've had and the Battle Pass one. So this has got a different shield and everything here. Has kind of old-timey first Avenger type shield from like World War II. And then as the Ice King kind of walks up, he faces none other than, what is that? That is the Foundation himself. I guess he's wearing like a vest. What's up with that? There's like his tattoo thing right there. And we think it's going to be The Rock because Fortnite did tweet out, and I'll see if I got a picture of it. It says the Foundation and the Ice King will return in Fortnite Showdown. And the reason that I think it's The Rock is because The Rock voiced him the first time, of course. And Fortnite did tweet out, in fact, I can find it. And Fortnite did tweet out this image which is just a picture of a rock. Makes you wonder where they found this rock, by the way. Like, is this stock art, or did they go outside the offices in North Carolina and just find a rock and take a picture of it? So if it's the rock and it's the Foundation coming out, pretty clear that it's going to be that. But I'm really excited about the Dark Voyager. Not only did we see inside the ship, but he gets voice lines too. And of course, we think he's with the Last Reality. Look inside. There's 2 levels inside the spaceship, by the way. So here he is. So you can see as we come in, he comes in. He's on this platform in the center, and we walked on a walkway, and there's a walkway all the way around it. And then here, and this is the front. That's the part that the beam comes out of, the big kind of golden cube setup there. And then here you can see underneath is a whole set of like consoles and stuff. And this looks really similar to the stuff that we see underneath Lethal Labs, right? There's like a room like that where it's covered in glass. So this is kind of similar to that, but it's clear that it's inside the actual ship itself. And then he spins it around. We get to see kind of a 360 view of all of that. And there's the front of the ship again. Very slick. And you can see in the top, there's like some other stuff as it goes up. Well, there's a galaxy all the way over here. Very slick. Very cool. And of course, Epic Games has been pretty generous about what's been going on. You can see over here, they're teasing the story moment. First of all, they're saying that there's stuff that's different here at the center, which we saw. So this is what it looked like here, where there's nothing else. And now we know that the other beam is coming down and the new piece is being added. Over here, there's this bit here that it says the Dark Voyager is on a tear across realities. Tune in on Saturday at 3:30 for the story moment. So that's what we've been talking about. And you can see in this image, there it is. There's the piece that's coming down already attached. So we've got the beginnings of a nearly complete Zero Point here. And I don't know what's going to happen. I guess maybe it's going to zip back out again, or maybe it'll complete it and then something is going to happen. So we're going to have to figure it out. I'm really excited about it. By the way, if you're wondering what it says, according to FN Assist, it says target acquired right there. And of course, Wild Week is starting right now. So that is actually underway during this last bit of the end of the season. And there's the big advertisement for the story moment. And it's going to be part of their power hour there too. And a couple of other things. Here is another teaser of the Ice King coming out of his shell. And it's very short, he zooms in on the Ice King's face and then the ice cracks. One other thing is that they've actually shown more of the Ice King's new castle in some of the other teasers that they've had that have come out. I don't know if I can play the music here for this one, but in this short that they released for the Hoshimaki Susei bundle that came out, they tease the ice castle here as she's dancing. By the way, apparently she's like from space or something. I'm going to have to look at the skin. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool for sure. But she dances all around the castle along with her backup dancers who we can't see in this. So we'll have to look for that. So we see more of it. And the reason why I think that the Ice King is important is because I think technically he is from space. And that's because back in 2022, Marvel and Fortnite had this big comic crossover called Zero War, which is when the Marvel heroes and our Fortnite heroes, here's Jonesy and the Imagine, for example, with Shuri, Spider-Man, and Wolverine, they teamed up to go hunt down shards of the Zero Point, and one of them took them to the Ice King's palace. And that was when we learned that the Ice King's castle was actually from the moon of the Fortnite island. And there they get a message from the Ice King where he talks about him building the castle out on this moon and then freezing a bunch of the most dangerous weapons and creatures that he could find. Basically, he was trying to protect the reality multiverse from these creatures by taking them to this island and then freezing them. And then, of course, in Fortnite Chapter 1, season, I think it was 7, that's when he arrived on the Fortnite island because a big chunk of the moon crashed with his castle there. And then, of course, he unleashed all sorts of trouble for the next couple seasons. By the way, we did not survive in that last match. We went and hid in a bush over at Lethal Labs, and while I was talking, I suppose that the reality of the island did catch up to us. So one big question that I have is like, who is actually helping the Dark Voyager? Because we know that he is part of the Last Reality, so clearly he's working with the Cube Queen, and we know that he's working with that Void Walker Lynx. That's the Battle Pass skin that we got for the Season 1 OG pass. So we'll look her up. She is here, right here. And of course, she has different styles, but we saw her helping him in the loading screen that we have as well. And then when I searched Void, I was surprised that there's this Nyangelica, and she's part of the Void Hacks set too. Like, she's a Void hacker. So I'm wondering if she, and she's a crew outfit. I'm wondering if she is actually in cahoots or a different version of Void Walker Lynx, because she is also a cat. I think she has a tail too and everything, right? Doesn't she have a tail? No, she doesn't have a tail. Okay, I guess not. Look at this orange skin. Wow. I dig it. But there are a bunch of other people that he could be working with. Like I mentioned, you know, he is apparently working for the Cube Queen. Here she is, right here, from that Chapter 2, Season 8. And of course, she had her alien minions. This is like this Chimera, her Chimera aliens. Oh, wow. I forgot that I made this. Pretty slick. And like I said, those golden guards that are in the Dark Harvester ship with Dark Voyager, those are the Trespasser Elite skins. He was a character on the map way back when, and but we haven't seen that gold version, which is really cool. And going up, you know, he could be also working with the Cube Assassin here as well, and some of these other dark versions of the skins. So I don't know, very interesting. A lot of villains that he could be working with for sure. But you know, Jonesy is going to be on the case, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. This guy over here, Bites, was working with the Nothing, you know, and if the Nothing is teaming up with the Last Reality, we could be hearing more from him as well. Plus, of course, the Last Reality's Herald, too. She was like the big announcer saying the Last Reality was going to come. And she heralded the arrival of the Cube Queen. There's the loading screen I was telling you about there. You can see there's the Void Walker Lynx working with the Dark Voyager, and they're in the ship. There's those doors. By the way, I had a quick thought. Let's check in with our usual suspects and see if they say anything different now that stuff is really heating up. Okay, so here is Hope. What is it that you want? Ask about the Dark Voyager. Whoever, he's powerful, he's dangerous, he's collecting the shards. Nope, she says the same things. How about the 0 point? A third 0 point shard. He's so powerful, we need allies. So she says the same thing. Okay, she says the same stuff. That's good to know, good to know. Let's go to the order. She's doing like some fighting moves. I don't know what your game is, but you won't win. What do you need to know? Let's talk about the visitor. The visitor's on the island. Okay, this is the same stuff. He's chased the Dark Voyager, seen terrible things. That could change anyone. I try to remember that. Let's see. She says that we're not going to win. She doesn't know what our game is. The 0 point. I still can't believe the 0 point's shattered to pieces. This is all the same stuff that she says before. Okay. All right. Clearly they recognize the Dark Voyager, though, which is pretty cool. All right, talk to Jones real quick. I can smell it on you. The emptiness of dead realities. Oh, wow. Ask about what? Talk to Jones. So there's new quests. There's new quests to do. Okay, great. So we'll do that in a different video. So we'll talk about the Dark Voyager. He's collecting 0 points on a purpose. He doesn't think it's for happiness. I love that they all have unique dialogue when they meet him, but he still says the same thing. So I forgot to check. Are there new quests? Are there new story quests? There's no story quest that I can see, but yeah, so we have all of these new Hope quests right here. Help Hope forge an alliance by completing her quests. Eliminate fun things, but it doesn't say talk to Jones. Interesting. So that's new. Let's see. Let's see what he has to say, because it doesn't say. It doesn't say that there's a story quest for him. Just he just has this week 10-11 one for lock-on that I haven't done. Let's talk to the visitor real quick while we're here. We'll talk about the Dark Voyager. What would you like to know? He doesn't even respond to me. Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I think the Seven will not rest until you're defeated, Dark Voyager. Okay, he does. Okay. I was gonna say, I think that he might be working with the Dark Voyager personally. I pursued him relentlessly for a long time. burnt the starters. This is the same thing, but he does have unique dialogue. Okay, good. Good. All right, you know what? I'm going to talk to Jones because it doesn't seem like there's other quests. So let's see what he says. Talk to Jones. Good work on your training, Looper. I'm impressed. We'll need to be ready for anything. I've got a feeling whatever's coming, well, it's a long time coming. Okay. Secret dialogue quest thing there. He has new dialogue. It is not a listed quest, so it's a secret little bit there to do it. That's a little bit of a surprise. Right, our last usual suspect is going to be Carina. I forgot to talk to her in our last update, so we'll talk to her over here at the little pier. I think that's where we can hire her. By the way, I think I never noticed, but this is a claw. The lake is the shape of a claw. I never noticed that. Let's talk to her real quick before this guy comes out. Ask about the Dark Voyager. Nope. Oh, buddy. All right. Ask about the Dark Voyager. I'm not the only one looking for this guy. The alien lady. Hope and Jones. Wait. What did she say? Whatever happens, I'll be recording. Take that, Dark Voyager. Let's share what we know. She's not the only one looking into this Dark Voyager guy. That alien lady he had locked in the cell under Lethal Labs, the Order, she is too. She's an alien? I didn't know that. She says Hope and Jones are her allies. I guess they're fine. But I'm not going to stop digging ever. I promise. All right, whatever happens, I'll be recording. Interesting lore dump there from Carina. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, can I get a extra large pie with mushrooms, olives, and extra onions? Like a lot of onions. Like covered in onions. I forgot to order dinner, so I had to order dinner. Oh, she's dancing in the stuff. Look at that. We got a lot of good stuff. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. That is funny. I'm sorry. I guess he got a guy here. Well, Spaceship, after that excitement, I think that's going to be it for this video. Clearly, the story is in overdrive. I am so excited for where we're going. I cannot wait. Buddy. Oh, let's go. I can't build. I can't build with his mouse. My mouse is broken. Oh no. Let's go. That's why I don't play build mode. No. Zigzag. Yin yang. Let's go. Serpentine. Okay, we made it. But yeah, the story is in overdrive. There is the Dark Voyager ship with the bits of the 0 point coming in underneath. You can see him there. He is moving around. Very exciting. Let's see if we can just shockwave up one last time. Oh, there is someone. Someone went up to go look at him. Let's go see if we can get up there. Let's go ahead. So we can't build near it. So there he is. Building the 0 point. His arms are crossed. Now they're not crossed. Can I shoot him? No, he's got a shield. Buddy. Where are you? Buddy. Got him. Sublime cactus. So I guess only time is going to tell what's going to happen. I can't wait. Again, very excited about the pace of this story, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's gonna go. There's somebody over here. So in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and do stay safe. Oh my gosh, another Dark Voyager! It's the same guy, buddy. Well, he got us. The Dark Voyager got us. But thank you all so much for watching. I wonder, let me know what your theories are in the comments below, and I really appreciate you taking the time to stop on this video. Also, drop a comment. What do you think is going to happen next on during the live event? I'd love to know before it happens. And one last PSA, that live event, that story event is on Saturday, March 14th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. check your local times for what that is. Do your conversions. Until then, I'll see you all out there on the island. So do stay safe out there. Watch out for the Dark Voyager as always, and don't get lost in space. We just saw how dangerous this Voyager is. Watch out for that guy. He is sus. Give him a go. He's so deadly!